So guys, it's your boy Chins. How are we all doing? Today we're going to be analysing my game against Diogo Jota. Now I'm not going to spoil it for you if you guys haven't watched the video. I'll leave a link to that in the description down below. All I will say going into this is that it was an incredibly competitive game. I sweat my backside off whilst playing it, and seeing his team literally almost gave me palpitations. If you do go on to enjoy this video, be sure to leave a like, hit that subscribe button. We're getting subscribers every single day. The support's absolutely insane. We're getting closer and closer to 1,000 subscribers every single day, so thank you very much for your continued support. Now, I've never done anything like this before, so I do apologise if I'm absolutely shit at it. Now, let's get into the video. The first thing I want to say before we get into the match is I am in no way, shape or form salty about the result. He deserved to beat me fair and square. Secondly, everyone's saying that, oh, you've choked, oh, you did this, you did that, the other. Believe me, I am aware of that. I will never forgive myself for playing like I did. I feel like I could have won it if I did certain things differently, but it is what it is at the end of the day. He got the dub, but I definitely think I gave him a really good... I definitely think I gave him a good run for his money with a much cheaper and worse team than he had. But, yeah, so... started it off. I've turned the audio off as well because I've already recorded this once, and the audio from the actual video is louder than my microphone. So yeah, I've just turned the audio off to make it a bit easier for you guys to actually hear me commentate on it. So originally when I saw his actual team, I cacked my pants. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. I saw it and I was just like, yeah, this is going to be a rough 16 minutes. But I thought I did quite well. I don't think there was a single point in this game where I maintained a dominating bit of possession in his half for the entirety of the game. It was all him. That, I believe, should have been a penalty. In real life, it's never a penalty, but in FIFA, I've given those away, and I've definitely been giving those in the past. But yeah, I digress. We move on. But yeah, I believe I should have got a penalty. How I missed this, I will never know. Ballarabi, man, honestly, you let me down so much in this game. Every single time he got the ball and he was attacking, it felt like he was just going to absolutely leather me. Every single time he attacked, it looked like he was gonna score. That should have been a penalty as well. I've had those given to me and I've had those given against me as well. So there was a lot of, in my opinion, there was a lot of stuff in this game from the refs that was questionable. But I'm never going to take that into account for the result of this game. He won it fair and square. He was the better player, in my opinion. If we played again, who knows what the result could be? Who knows? I've got a much better team now, and I feel like I'm a bit of a better player because I don't take the game as seriously as I did then. We get a good chance here with Douglas Costa, but we just don't get enough of it. We just don't get enough connection on the ball to actually make something of it, which is bloody unfortunate because Douglas Costa was an absolute knight in shining armour for me this weekend league, if I remember correctly. But yeah, he concedes a free kick here, and I'm so annoyed at myself that I didn't do what I normally do. I normally do the Harry Hesketh little technique where you let one player run over it, let the other player run over the other part, and send it to the second player. And 9 times out of 10, if you do a fake shot, it goes in. But yeah, the pressure just got to me, man. I'm so annoyed at it, if I'm being totally honest. Like, I don't like losing, but I don't mind losing when I lose to someone better than me. But I feel like I could have won this if I'd have done more things correctly. Ter Stegen was an actual machine in this game. Like, everyone says that, everyone's been saying in the comment section on that video that if it wasn't for Ter Stegen, that I'd have been absolutely battered. I would have been absolutely battered. You are absolutely right. I'm not even going to defend that. Ter Stegen had an absolute worldie of a game, and if it wasn't for him, I'd have probably conceded like 6 or 7. But yeah, definite penalty there with Hull. At this point, I was thinking to myself, if I concede here, I'm just going to rage quit because I am not going to get past this guy's defence. He's too good. His defence is insane, but luckily, we go the right way, we save it, so it actually made a good game out of it as well. But yeah, I think that we both defended really well. We both attacked quite well. Well, I didn't, to be honest. I was at 6s and 7s at some part. But I definitely had a very good game at defending well. He is freaking insane at this game. I mean, you don't get 30, for being rubbish at this game, do you? This should have been a goal. That I was Someone was looking after me upstairs during this game, put it that way. I'm not religious, but someone was definitely looking after me upstairs. Ter Stegen was an absolute trooper in this game. Like, what was going on there, I'll never know. At this point, I was definitely panicking. I couldn't get the ball out of my own half. I was tackling him, it was bouncing back to him. My own players were getting in the way of each other. Luckily, he does a misstep there, but we get a free kick conceded against us there. It was like, at parts I just felt trapped. Like, I couldn't get out, and I wasn't doing myself any favours because I was rushing it out as well. Like, and by no means am I going to consider myself a pro player, because I'm far from that. I'm far from that. But I know what I can do and I know what I can do better, I know what I can't do better, and I know for a fact that there's certain elements to my game that do need improving, and one of those is when I am under the cosh, under pressure, and I'm trying to get the ball out of my penalty area. Sometimes it's just literally better to just get it out rather than passing it around the back and losing possession there and then. But yeah, like I said, I don't think we got a single bit of dominating possession in Jota's half the entirety of the game. I think my attacks were literally just all counter-attacks. Klosterman and Varane were a centre-back partnership of dreams in this game. Why I didn't send it to Gnabry there, I will never understand. I think it was Dembele, tell a lie. If I'd have sent it in then first time, I could have literally bridged it, got past his defence, and it could have been 1-0 to me. But yeah, you live and learn, man. You live and learn. It's just a. One thing I will say, actually, I mean, you do live and learn, but one thing I will say is, by a mile, his best player stats-wise was Diogo, his pro card. But I barely had any issue taking the pro card out. I mean, he barely does anything in the game. He's so dormant. It's like Vesuvius before it erupted. It was so dormant. It was ridiculous. Like, I had the most trouble with Hullet, R9, CR7. I had a lot of issues with Lozano. That was a great save as well. If it had gone near post, that would have been in. He had a tendency to go short of corners, and I couldn't really capitalise on it because he was very unpredictable. Like, I couldn't tell where he was going because he took everything so fast. He was ridiculous. He was rapid with everything he did, and that's one of the things that I couldn't really predict. So I couldn't really make an assessment on what to do with it in time. This, in my opinion, I should have. I mean, I don't even know what I'd have done there, to be honest. I mean, this is just painful. This counter attack is, because I know I could have done stuff better here. If I'd have just carried on with Lema there and not done the tackle, like, it wouldn't have gone out for a corner. But it is what it is, man. He gets another corner. This took me completely by surprise, but I can't even lie to you. That's one of the best worked goals I've had conceded against me so far. It was a very well worked goal. I don't know whether he planned to do it like that or it just really fell into place for him. But like I said, because he does everything so fast, it was very difficult to predict what he was going to do. But yeah, let's take a look at the stats. So everyone has been saying that you got dominated. I don't know how you're saying that you didn't deserve to. You deserve to win or something like that. Firstly, I never said I deserved to win. I said I could have won if I'd have done certain things better. I don't think I deserved to win, but I definitely deserved to go to extra time. He had 7 shots, 7 on target. I had 4 shots and 1 on target. Everyone discredits the 4 shots because it's only 1 on target. Yes, he definitely had way more possession than me, but he didn't really do much with the possession, as you can clearly see. He's more passing it around the edge of the box, waiting for an opening, but I was countering him every single time. Right, I'll see you second half. Right, we're in the second half now, and I've made 3 changes. I've taken Gnabry off for Van Bergen. I believe I took off Dougie Costa for Heung-min Son, and I replaced Emre Can with, I believe it was Kleiber, the right back. I believe it was Feyenoord, I want to say. But yeah, we start off. I tried to press in the middle. That was the biggest mistake I could have made because his midfield, he's got Patrick Vieira and Hullet. So I don't know what I was thinking there. That was a stupid tackle from me. I don't know what I was thinking there. He gets past him with quite a bit of luck. Luckily, in my opinion, in the second half, he had so many chances where he could have literally put the game dead and buried, but he chose not to. He was messing around with it, almost like he was toying with me, which I don't know whether he was intending it to look like that, but that's how it. Looking back, it's definitely how it feels like. You'll see what I mean as the game progresses, but he definitely had a lot of chances to put the game to bed. Like there, why wouldn't you just shoot there? Top right bins finesses or something to that effect. But yeah, literally every single attack I have as an account. Yeah, I did get dominated. I did get dominated by possession, but you can get dominated by possession and still win. I mean, look at Barcelona and Celtic years ago. I think it was 81% possession to Barca, 19% to Celtic, and Celtic won 1-0 or something to that effect. We get a really good chance here with Gnabry, and somehow that goes wide. You can't see me, but I'm not exactly happy that went wide. I didn't cuss or swear, I don't believe, but I definitely wasn't happy. I bring Lima way out of position there. Luckily for me, he goes back, which gives me a bit of chance for Lima to regroup. For me, yeah, he was. See what I mean about the mess? That should have been a free kick. You see what I mean about the messing around with it? He was kind of like, I think he was kind of toying with me a little bit, but he did have a lot of chances to literally put the game to bed, and you can tell that I'm being modest now because I'm basically shitting on my own ability there. But yeah, what's he doing there? I don't get what he was trying to accomplish there. But that, I do not know how that wasn't a penalty. So far, I've counted 2 penalties for me, should have been given 2 penalties for him, should have been given, and he already had one anyways. But yeah, like I said, there was some questionable refereeing in this game. I was very unlucky with there. If I'd have cut it in a little bit, like an inch of a second sooner, that possibly could have gone back to Van Bergen. But when you've got when you got Hullet is so strong on this game, man. Unless you've got a player that's as strong as Hullet, you're not getting him off the. Yeah, that sounds like a Mark at Lowing comment, but it is true. If you ain't got someone strong, you're not pushing Michael Hullet. You're not pushing Ruud Hullet off the ball, man. He's so strong, it's ridiculous. We get a good chance here, and I do not understand how that doesn't go in. That goes in 9 times out of 10 every single time with somebody who's got a good foot on him and has good shooting on him. But somehow that goes wide again. All my shots, ironically enough, are from outside the box. Again, that was a terrible attack from him, to be honest. I don't know what his attacking methods were in the second half, to be honest. Like, I was trying to really press, go forward, and I was getting unlucky. That I should have shot there. I don't know why I didn't. I was inside the penalty box, but nothing was happening for me in this game, to be honest. Like, well, it was happening for me. I just wasn't capitalising on it. I was just choking every single time. He gets Lozano terrified me, man. He's so fast. My wing backs were Mendy and Lima, and Mendy's quick, but his reaction time's rubbish, and Liam's reaction time's good, but his pace isn't the best. Right, I'll skip this part. Okay, so he's made 3 substitutions. He's brought Mane on, he's brought Rashford on, and he's brought Furlong Mendy on, I believe. So I think he tried to. At this point, I think he tried to put the game to bed a bit, like try to not sit back, but try to go a little bit more defensive. But I say that, he's still attacking. That is a stupid mistake from me. But you can just tell because when he was pushing forward, he wasn't going with the intent to score. I don't quite understand how to. I don't know how I'm going to explain this. It was like he was pushing forward for the sake. I mean, look at that. Anyone else with that space, they'd be dashing forward, wouldn't they? But whether that's just his play style, I don't really know. I really couldn't judge or tell. But whatever he did, it worked because he beat me. But I wanted that through the middle so we could run onto it. But that's a terrible first touch from me with Son. Yeah, I feel like I did too many wrong decisions and ultimately it cost me the game. But if I'm being totally honest, I lost to the number 1 player in the world, 1-0, man. And I'll take that. I mean, part of me thinks that I could have won the game, but obviously I didn't do what I needed to do at the time of doing it. So obviously I didn't. But I definitely think if we had a rematch, it'd be a much different outcome. I mean, he could either slap me or I could potentially pull a win against him, which is highly unlikely. I'm not going to lie to you. Have you seen the guy's team? He plays brilliantly as well. One thing he's very good at. Right, anyone else would have been darting in there, and he just didn't. This is what makes me think that he was toying with me a little bit. But it's my fault that I didn't capitalise on this. This breaks my heart, man. Why I didn't go bottom left, I will never understand. That could have been the clincher to go to extra time. I think it's at this point he wants to wrap it up a little bit because it's the only time he actually goes forward with intent. As you can clearly see, I was very lucky that Varane was in the right spot at the right time to make the clearance there. And yeah, this is the part where he decides to essentially... I'm not bothered. I mean, anyone in that position would do. He was a bit time waste. I mean, he had no intent in pushing forward. He was waiting for my players to go to him. And I don't blame the guy. I'd have done the same thing if I was in his shoes, to be honest, just seal the game out. But yeah, I try one last attack with Mendy, and it just doesn't work. So yeah, that's the game. So to finish off, I thought, me personally, I thought it was a quality game. It was one of the only games in that weekend particularly where it was like a chess match. But obviously you got the dub. Full credit to the guys. Absolutely, you don't get 30 for being crap, do you? Let's be honest. He's a phenomenal player. However, if we do play again, who knows what the outcome would be? That's all I'm saying. I'm not salty, but we never know, do we? It's the first time I've done one of these videos, so if it's boring, I really do apologise. I thought I'd do it because the video blew up a bit, and I thought it'd be cool for you guys to get my perspective of what I was thinking, what I thought I should have done, what I shouldn't have done, all that sort of stuff. So, Jota, if you're watching this, I want a rematch, lad. It'd be class to play again. And for all you guys watching, if you did enjoy, please do leave a like on the video. Hit that subscribe button if you are new. And until next time, I'll see you in a bit.